Hello nerds, thank you for watching Generally Nerdy. This is your Week in Nerddom TV edition for the week of January 15th, 2018. This week we're talking about the Halo TV show that we all thought was dead. The HBO has snuck in some nerdy awesomeness with Fahrenheit 451. Fear the Walking Dead updates, all of the things and so much more. But first...
Quiet on the set, rolling.
Hi, I am Bitsy Telek.
Hey, I'm Hale Appleman.
I'm Walter Kane.
I'm Rene Aubergenois. Odo on Deep Space Nine.
Michael Dorn, Lieutenant Commander Worf, Star Trek The Next Generation.
Come and see me and hear me and talk to me and listen to me talk about myself.
Hey man, this is Kevin Smith, often considered generally nerdy, and you are listening to what is often considered generally nerdy.
On Generally Nerdy.
You're listening to
Generally Nerdy.
Generally Nerdy.
Generally nerdy.
Halo. So this has been in the works since Halo 3, if I remember correctly. I didn't find that bit of information anywhere. I did look though, so it's not a matter of me not taking the right notes. But definitely have been aware of them trying to make a Halo TV show. Though for a while it was a Halo movie, and then it moved to a TV show, and then it's been back and forth between the two. But as it stands, they are still working on a Halo TV show over at Showtime. So not only is Showtime getting Kingkiller Chronicles, but they're also getting Halo. So that's pretty awesome. According to Showtime president and CEO David Nevins, he told TV Guide during some, I forget exactly what it was. It was a panel discussion that broadcasters do, Western Broadcast Association, something like that. He said that the show, which is still apparently supposed to be produced by Steven Spielberg, is still in the works. So what does that mean? Nobody's seen any scripts, nobody has saw anything to do with this, aside from him making this announcement just a couple weeks ago, or last week rather. Yeah, I'm stoked, like I really dig Halo. Part of me thinks though this is a little too late because Halo is definitely past its prime these days. Not that 4 was bad or really 5 was all that bad, but it really peaked with 2 and 3, and that was when they were talking about making this into a reality initially. So what do you guys think? Is it too late for a Halo TV show? If not, what are they going to do in the Halo TV show that Red versus Blue hasn't already done? Yeah, just had to sneak that in there. Anyway, moving on, we also, from this same conference thing with producers and the TV types, we got an announcement from the American Horror Story camp that the new series will be set in the future, so it sounds like they're going to go quasi-cyberpunk, because Chuck... Oh, I can't think of his last name. The guy who does all of the shows. He did Glee, and he does American Horror Story, and he did Scream Queens, and I think he's also... No, it's not Two and a Half Men guy. Big Bang Theory, though. Anyway, yeah, it is. Yeah, Chuck Lorre, same dude. He has never done Future. He's done Nerdy, a few different nerdy things. Arguably, American Horror Story itself is nerdy, but he's never done the future. Not set in space, just in the future. So, again, cyberpunk, not space opera. No actual release date yet, just that really interesting announcement, and they have a theme. They know what the unifying theme for the season's going to be, but aside from future, rather. But they're not giving that out just yet. They have to get the marketing machine up and running like they do before we will get an announcement of the official theme, because future isn't a theme necessarily unless you're being really lazy. And the only thing really lazy about American Horror Story is their politics. Moving next, we're talking the live-action Jetsons show. We've talked about this in the past when they announced it initially, but we haven't really got a whole lot of updates since then. We know that there's a comic book that's happening right now and all kinds of things, but the newest announcement is from ABC's president, Channing Dungey. She said that I'm pretty sure it was a she, said that the show is going to be filmed in front of a live studio audience. Now, a lot of stuff happens on TV shows when they're filming. And live, I mean, it's not broadcast live, so there's that, but I just don't know how something like the Jetsons is going to translate in front of a studio audience. Are they going to have like giant monitors that have all of the special effects playing so that people can see, oh, that robot? Or does that mean they're getting a lot more practical effects so that it translates better? How do you guys think they're going to play that? I really feel like they're going to go lazy and do a lot of computer stuff because it's cheaper, but practical would translate better in a live studio audience setting. So, I don't know. Again, what do you guys think? How do you feel they're going to accomplish that? And is this a show that they should do in front of a live studio audience, or should they put that into something more traditionally sitcom material-wise? Let's talk about that down low. All right, next on our list is a new Hulu series that quasi got announced. Blumhouse Productions. The chief executive officer for them is Jason Blum, who does the Insidious movies and the Sinister movies, and we'll get to him in the supplemental video this week. But Blumhouse Productions signed a deal with Hulu. They're going to do a 12-part anthology series that will see each episode released once a month. That it's a horror anthology series. I just skipped it. Yet to be titled anthology series. Horror doesn't usually translate very well for me on TV, especially through a streaming app. So American Horror Story works because it's not scary, and even like the suspense is kind of whatever. They just use it's horror themed. Blumhouse does a lot of actual horror movies that, I mean, modern horror kind of sucks anyway. So I don't know. I feel like this could be a miss. And I'm a bit of a horror buff, so that, I don't know. I just don't have very high hopes for modern horror, I guess. But yeah, if you guys are looking forward to this, definitely correct me in those comments down low. But then we're keeping on moving. We teased this in the intro for this video. Fahrenheit 451, the Ray Bradbury classic. The book that if you don't know science fiction, you still know this, and you still know who Ray Bradbury is because of this. Because it's all-time, like everyone has to read it in high school. It's just this fantastic book. Is getting an HBO movie? Direct-to-TV movie. So they might do it as a miniseries. I don't know. I couldn't find any information on it. I just saw the preview trailer, which I'll link to in the description. But it's just some books burning, which is kind of the theme of the story. So I don't know. I'm stoked either way. Even a bad adaptation is still putting something of my nerdiness in front of other people so that we can join in this conversation with more than just the two of us, because, you know, things happen. But the last bit of information is a real quick bit. Fear the Walking Dead is finally has its season premiere date for this season, and it's April 22nd. We have some production stills for all of the crossoverness and everything. I'm so, help me out there, YouTube community, all of you, all across the nerddom. I thought that Fear the Walking Dead was supposed to be before The Walking Dead. Like all of these events in Fear the Walking Dead take place before all of these events in The Walking Dead. That could just be season 1, because season 1 started before the turn. So this crossover that they're doing with Morgan just seems a little odd, and they're like different coasts too, so that also strikes me as odd. So if you guys know more about it than I do, let's talk about that in the comments, because I am at a bit of a loss. I couldn't find any specifics on it because they keep everything on such tight, under such wraps, as it were. But that does cap off your TV edition for this week. What did I miss? What should we talk about next week? Definitely let me know that in the comments. If you have anything to say on any of these topics that we've talked about today, then also let's discuss it further in those comments, because that's the purpose of this back and forth that we have. If you want more nerdy goodness, then definitely go check out the website. www.generallynerdy.net is where you can do that. If you want to help continue this conversation, then jump over to the Patreon, patreon.com/generallynerdy, and you can jump on board for $1 a month, get early access, and start this conversation long before everybody else does. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. If you like this video, click the like button. All of the things that everybody else has you do. If you're running behind on your nerd news, then click the button to the left of my face and you can catch up there. But before you leave and do any of that, I have to remind you to always remember, if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.